Hey fellas, welcome back to the YouTube channel of all time. So some of you might notice something a little different now. Well, that's because I now have sprites. Yippee, yes. But I only made 4 sprites because it takes too long and I just need that non-existent YouTube money. So anyways, new cartoon. Bad take. I'm already getting 𝒂𝒂 flashbacks. Anyways, let's start the video I guess. I don't quacking know.
So the other day I had an epiphany. I was scrolling mindlessly through my phone as one does, and I came across this monstrosity, the Fairly OddParents reboot, and it was just as bad as I expected it to be.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Mindless drivel plot lines, flashy art style, and an overt unfaithfulness to the source material.
Fun fact. This is the only part where he explains why he doesn't like the Fairly OddParents reboot. The other parts are just non-existent, or for stupid reasons, you know?
And I realize, these phenomena are not unique to the Fairly OddParents. These symptoms carry on to many remakes and reboots that have spread from Hollywood in the last few years, whether it's animated or live action, movie or TV show. And if this were just a one-off thing in media, I probably wouldn't be making this video. But this is a repeated cancer that's spreading to more and more properties, and it's only destructive in nature. And so I gotta take the mantle and expose just what makes these properties so inherently bad. Let's go. It was originally the Fairly OddParents trash reboot #1 that inspired me to make this video, but now they went and made another one. And when it's animated, that's where I draw the line. I'm old enough to remember back in Yale 2016 when everyone was trashing the new reboot at the time, Teen Titans Go.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Teen Titans Go made in 2016?
Then it was the Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10 reboot, Rise of TMNT.
Why is Bryce here? Like, I never watched the show, but I'm pretty sure it didn't have the amount of hate as the Powerpuff Girls reboot, or the Teen Titans reboot.
The list goes on. No one really respects reboots as an inherent property, especially the manner that they're handled in our modern era. It's almost a safe opinion these days to say, ooh, Hollywood unoriginal, Hollywood bad. But when you take a deeper look at it, you realize it's not just about the unoriginality. These Disney reboots do more than just rip off the original for monetary gain. No. They actively disrespect the source material while they do it. They have to warp the brand to their liking, whether it's for monetary, social, or storytelling purposes. You really want to give them that credit. Teen Titans Go syndrome has only gotten worse nowadays, because instead of just telling unfunny stories, modern reboots, especially in the animated realm, aim to purposely disrespect the original vision. Starting off with the fact that the original creators don't want this kind of stuff, almost ever. We've all heard of how Stephen Hillenburg never really wanted a reboot of SpongeBob, but ever since his late passing, Nick has capitalized on 2 already, with both thankfully pulling in little to no rating.
Steven never said he never wanted SpongeBob reboots. All he said was that he didn't see any SpongeBob reboots.
When a reboot is properly wanted by the creators, it usually does quite well, and actually delivers true to the vision. But when it doesn't, it's just a floundering attempt to show what was good and unique and cash in on someone else's creation. Let's give it bright, saturated animation to the point where kids get a corneal ulcer. Why not? Kids like colors, right?
OMG! A cartoon has vibrant colors? Cringe!
I feel like everything I'm saying only relates to reboots post-2010, because prior to that, most reiterations weren't like this. Most were better than the originals, and actually kept pretty tones with cool brooding art styles. Now it's just a rainbow contest to see which show is brighter than the rest. Maybe that'll keep the kiddies in their seats a little longer. Let's make all the characters slenderized and dumb while we're at it. It's connected to dumb people more, right? Also, that's a cheap way of actually creating humor. Stupid people are funny. These modern reboots just go back to square one while ignoring all the story arcs that preceded them, with a cheap-looking animation style and much shallower characters. And they expect folks to be all on board and excited when they announce one. Don't forget to force memes and trends, disgusting imagery, and weird detailed faces.
Disgusting imagery and weird detailed faces. Oh, wait, yeah, about that.
The lots of ditch the grand arcs and storylines for a slice of life episodic show, bereft of any substance or long-term stakes. And look, I made a whole different video explaining how being more mature or focused on story doesn't necessarily make a show better. That video gives a lot more nuance than I'm frankly giving here. But listen, part of a reboot is a fan service that you never really have to deliver to the original fans of the old property. You can't just say you're delivering something new for the current generation while abandoning the people who made your franchise what it is by watching all those years ago. Don't ruin our childhood for your own creative laziness. It just makes you ask, why? Not to mention how they unnecessarily have to all of a sudden change everything about the show. I mean, no one wants to talk about it, but the current bandwagon is the whole race swapping thing that they'll have to do with animated characters. April O'Neil, Timmy Turner, Velma, etc. Timmy Turner.
Yeah. How much crack are you on?
There's the whole voice actors thing. Remember when Hank Azaria was shamelessly ousted from playing Apu in The Simpsons because he wasn't the race of the character? Because I do. It's almost like actors are supposed to portray things that they're not. Here's another shocker. This guy is actually not an anthropomorphic sponge. I mean, it's not just Azaria. It's happened to Mike Henry too for playing Cleveland Brown. Alison Brie literally apologized for playing Diane from BoJack as the character was Vietnamese. Oh, so the Vietnamese person has to voice that character and she feels so sorry about it. Well, do you donate all the money she made on that show to Vietnamese charities? Or no, is it just a bunch of false outrage for a non-issue no one genuinely cares about? When everything is racial, that's the only thing I can see when watching. I never saw Blade as a black character, or Cyborg, or...
Yeah, about that.
So he's calling you a terrible name.
You know what it feels like to be judged simply because of how you look?
Of course I do. I'm part robot.
Gerald, Static Shock. Static Shock.
No, I can't laugh yet. I've got to hold it in.
A lot of my favorite characters are people of various ethnicities and racial tones. A black, female...
I saw that! Disgusting pervert!
Why is Uncle Ruckus here? A.S.K Air, do you want to tell us something?
Black female Timmy Turner is clearly just a cheap attempt to reboot this property without—
Okay, let me stop you right there. Save us all precious time. Get it? Because in Overture at the beginning of House Forever, Adam says, never mind, y'all probably get it, we all are theater kids. Okay, but anyways, like I said earlier, how much crack are you on? Because, yeah, about that. Hazel and Timmy Turner are two different characters. Heck, I never watched the Fairly OddParents reboots, but you don't have to be quacking Albert Einstein or the biggest Fairly OddParents fan to know that these two are different characters. And the cherry on top is that they even address him in the show.
I knew you reminded me of someone. That kid I used to terrorize with the pink hat. What was his name? Tuba, trombone, trebuchet.
Come on, dude, at least don't lie.
Any other significant pitches for change? I mean, for the diversity folks, there must be a point where this hurts the cause more than it helps it. And this video isn't just about the new race swapping phenomenon, but it's an extremely prevalent symptom of a larger issue, which ties into the lack of respect for staying faithful to the original property. Maybe Butch Hartman wants Timmy to be race and gender swapped, which is why he has—
Oh gosh, I'm sounding like a quacking broken record. Yeah, about that. They are two different characters, Pookie Bear.
which is why he has absolutely no direct involvement in the creative department of the project. I find that unlikely.
Or, hear me out for a second, maybe he wasn't working for the show because a lot of people thought the new Fairly OddParents seasons kinda sucked.
It's absolutely insulting to ruin a person's original vision of a character just because people want to see themselves on screen. These people are too uncreative to create their own original stories, so they need to ruin existing stuff to be able to call themselves inclusive and hip with the times. This absolutely also hinders the story and episode quality.
How? Okay guys, quick question for all the Fairly OddParents reboot enjoyers. Is he like cooking? Is he like not capping? Because I know that 100% he probably is. He is capping, I mean. But I just wonder your opinion.
As the main selling point here is the obvious element that's right in front of us, but no one's allowed to acknowledge it for some reason. I mean, watch a single episode of Rise, A New Wish, Patrick Star, or Camp Coral, and you'll see that. Even though—
Why is SpongeBob here on the list of shows that quote-unquote change characters' races? Are you implying that Patrick is supposed to be black?
Some shows are unfaithful to the source material. It's not just about the race swapping issue. Being unfaithful has different forms. The reason I focus on that issue is because it's the most prevalent at this point in time. Maybe 10 years ago, the discussion was about a completely different form of unfaithfulness. Still, some shows suffer from that. I mentioned SpongeBob. There are plenty of other examples. I just despise seeing a person's work be disrespected when they likely sacrifice like hell to turn into a reality. And some studio executives demand a reboot of it for ratings and completely change the original character into something just to appeal to the bandwagon. In live action, you could claim that the actor's audition and skill level determined the role. That would be fair, but it's totally different with an animated character made of pixels. Well, even that's under question these days when the new Snow White or Ariel can't even sing, but are preferred over tons of other actors.
Okay, now I know this is cap because I literally just listened to the live-action Little Mermaid soundtrack for this video, and I literally started crying because of how good it was, and my soul literally ascended to God. 0 out of 10 take. What am I saying?
I don't know. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm living in the Emperor's New Clothes. People just disagree with this because it's the right thing to say or whatever, but most people would probably agree with these common sense points deep down. When a character is good, race shouldn't matter, nor should the new spin you put on a character, whether it's a gimmicky change in the age, the gender, the design more broadly, or the persona and attitude in a larger sense. Even things like the Lion King remake piss me off because they clearly capitalized on this and it worked by turning one of the greatest animated films in the 90s to a National Geographic documentary with the occasional reminder that it is in fact a Lion King reboot. When they're more faithful to the source material like Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast, it doesn't bother me as much. But I don't think Rob Minkoff and Roger Ehlers crafted the 94 masterpiece with their own hands. Just expect it to get a live action CG remake when it's pretty much 100% animation, portraying real animals for some reason, but it's also stupid. Anyway, can't wait to see a Sonic Shocker Spawn movie, and while they're at it, it wouldn't hurt to race swap one more movie, would it?
Not funny, didn't laugh. Your joke is so bad, I would have preferred the joke went over my head and you gave up retelling me the joke. To be honest, it was a horrible attempt at trying to get a laugh out of me. Not even a chuckle, not even a hee.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe, and follow me on all the socials to keep up with my tomfoolery.
I think I won't. Anyways, the video's over. Insert outro or something. I don't know. Ha! You really thought. Pre-credit scene time. Yes. So, I forgot to mention this earlier in the video, but there actually was a part of this video where, you know what, I'm not even just going to explain it, I'll just play it. Yep. This was in the video. And I say was because it's now removed from the video. I really wonder why. I really wonder why indeed. For real. And since the clip wasn't in the video anymore, I had to get it from good old best YouTuber's video. Anyways, so long story short, why? Why did you put that in your video, dude? Please stop.
Opportunities to watch audio. Do you see the comments? Oh no. You see anime values? I'm afraid it's Jackie. Well, I mean, how afraid? Well, you be tense. How about I have more car? Oh, Walters, don't get rid of marriage. Cringe. Oh, Walters, what are you doing? I did it name. It's Liz, Mcgee. Yes, it's my partner. Huh? Okay, well, that's fine. Call me Liz. Oh, that's so hot. What the fuck? Oh, Christopher. I must say, you are quite forward. Oh, Christopher, what are we doing? No, down. Well, you see, you're kind of hot. You want to be done? Yeah, sure do. Oh, dear. This is like a 20 bucks. It's like a